Bum 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 bum. You might be confused, saying, Sarah, you got the new V2 a while back. What is this? You ride boosted boards all the time, you have plenty. Guys, this not only is the new boosted board V2, but it's the V2 with the extended range battery we have all been waiting for. I ordered this boosted board with the extended range a very long time ago, and it took boosted board much longer than expected to send them out. I finally have the extended range battery, which is going to enable me to go up to 12 miles. I can't even imagine what I'm gonna do with 12 miles of range on my electric skateboard. I'm just gonna ride, just gonna keep riding, just gonna ride forever. The only downside is it's freaking winter. I don't wanna be going 22 miles an hour when it's like 30 degrees outside. Anyways, let's unbox some swag. Ooh, a boosted shirt, a belt service kit, tools, super hip sunglasses. Experience winter, not the cold. Oh my gosh, they do not have a pop socket. Bumpers and stickers. Hallelujah. Yes, fam, yes. Little confession, I've already ridden it once. I just couldn't help myself. And here is the remote and the charger. So here's the thing, it is freezing outside. It's in the 30s. I would typically take the subway to the office because it's about 3 miles away, but I have an extended range boosted board. I feel like I have to go bring this out. I'm just gonna keep on riding it today until it runs out of battery, and I'll let you know my experience. But first, this isn't gonna be enough. Got my noggin covered, everything is warm. So I'm on the West Side Highway, about halfway there. It's interesting though, this is where the terrorist attack happened a couple weeks ago. And so now I'm noticing they put barriers so cars can't come like ram into the sidewalk, which is interesting. They're literally everywhere. But within 2 minutes of being on here, I wrecked into someone. I wrecked my nails. Let's continue the journey and then I'll tell you about that because my foot hurts right now.
As far as human eye can see.
A person on the way here. I can't, on the boosted board. I like had a miniature wreck.
Oh, literally.
Uh-oh.
Who got hurt worse?
Did someone eat my cookies?
Dude. I ate way too much.
Oh my god, he left me one.
There's a thing in my family where nobody eats the last because we save for everyone else and then it just spoils. So
thank you for being so considerate. So I have arriveth to the office. Is that a word?
Yes.
So basically what happened the moment I got on the West Side River, I was riding slightly behind this longboarder who was pushing. He went around a couple walking, and so he was just riding in the opposing lane. I sped up to pass him. He didn't look behind him, and he just sharply turned back into the correct lane. And when he did that, ran directly into me. This is the scuff from another person's longboard that I rammed into, LOL. My board went underneath his longboard. He was like right here. We were both falling off our boards. I literally grabbed his backpack for my dear life. And as we were flying off, I was literally holding onto it like this. We collectively kind of skid across the road, but neither of us fell because I was holding him back. He was holding me forward, but I twisted my hip and knee and ankle. So everyone ride electric skateboards. Just kidding. Electric skateboards, specifically the boosted board, makes Manhattan the most epic city ever because you can get anywhere super quick. However, when you're going 20 miles per hour, stuff happens. So just wear a helmet, you know? So I made it here. 3 miles, boosted board is still going, but 2 massive boxes just came in. More stuff. course, the first thing I want to test with this new boosted board is how does the battery stack up compared to the V2 just with the standard battery for my commute to the office. So I did the 3-mile ride yesterday with the extended battery, and today I'm going to take the normal V2 with the standard battery. Okay, I survived, but my feet, I can't feel them. They're like ice bricks. Allbirds are comfy, but they're not warm. Hi, John. John?
Can you just stare out the window and think about voice cracking? That's what just happened to me.
It's time to compare. Yesterday, I rode the 12-mile extra range boosted board battery to the office, which is a 3-mile ride. And then John took it out for another mile today.
Sure he did.
So let's see how much juice it has left. So it literally has 2.5. And then this is the one that I took today. It was a full charge. Oh, and it has 2. So 2 out of 5 lights on the 6-mile range and 2.5 out of 5 on the 12-mile range, which still means so many more miles. John, is that the new GoPro 6?
It surely is.
You look so cool right now.
Good. I'm very uncomfortable.
Oh my gosh.
Kickflip? I'm just kidding.
Kickflip it, do it. So I've always worn a helmet. I've gotten into a few wrecks here and there, and then a few just like awkward bumps into people. But the worst part of that is when it happens, you don't have the footage of it. Because of course, if something exciting happens, like getting into a wreck, you wanna show the internet. I've refused to do this for so long because it looks so dorky, but I'm gonna be honest, look, it's kind of the same gray as the helmet. No one's gonna know.
No.
I've resisted the GoPro on the helmet, but I refuse to get into another wreck without documenting it.
Ah!
All right, guys, we're out here. John's trying to do all these tricks on this balance board, but you know what? I'm the real.
I feel like you should wear a helmet.
All right, this is test 1 of the helmet.
Your first accident documented. Just kidding, I believe in you.
John, as we're recording, this is the first footage from my helmet. This is for all of my homies out here.
Okay.
All 270K of you.
Okay.
Yo, I'm about to hit 300, John. All right, homies.
Oh God.
We halfway there.
Oh Lordy, yeah.
All right, hold on.
Oh God. I feel like you're gonna rip me in half.
Okay.
Oh God, it's on my foot. No big deal. Okay.
All right. Whoa!
Holy crap. That was pretty good. Oh! That seems like a reasonable ending.
Boosted version 2 extended battery range review. Leave a comment below. Subscribe! I'm gonna get to all the fancy tech specs and analysis later, but the goal of this video is to run this battery down, so we have some more writing to do. If you didn't know, John is a pro skater, so he always has a lot of fans.
Yeah, that's what they are.
These guys are our new BFFs. They're hanging out with us here on the West Side Highway. John is just too famous for me. I can't take him anywhere. Wait, hold on.
In the trash can.
Boosted boarding. NYC drone shots. Am I? Do you want to say who your dad is on camera?
Oh, sure. My dad is John Hill. So you all better hit that subscribe button and that like button. If any of you guys press that unlike button, you know, I'm gonna like,
Whoa.
you know,
Yep.
unfollow your Instagram.
Whoa. Okay, Okay, so we're back from riding on the West Side Highway. Wow, and I only used up half of a light there. Okay. This extended range battery is for sure going to come in handy. I cannot wait till the spring and summer. I am just never going to stop. I'm just going to ride on all of the streets all of the time. I've been riding a boosted board around New York City since I got to New York City about a year and a half ago. It is basically how I get everywhere. So now that I have up to 12 miles, it's a game changer. I'm gonna provide a little bit of context if you're curious about buying a booster board or a electric skateboard for the first time. With the version 2 booster board, you can get the dual model or the dual plus. The dual plus is what I have always ridden even with the V1. The dual plus is $14.99 and then the dual is $12.99. I think it's worth it just to spend the extra $200 because on the dual plus you have 22 miles per hour as the top speed opposed to 20 miles per hour. And it climbs 25% grade hills opposed to 20% with the dual. Now that's going to come in handy if you're in a city like San Francisco with the hills. I have ridden the boost board many times there and I just go straight up those San Francisco hills. The board with the standard range battery is normally 14 pounds and the extra range battery is of course thicker, so it's going to add about an extra pound. So right now you can reserve the extra range battery for $199 and they should start shipping in December. There was a huge delay. I thought I was gonna get my battery when the V2 came out almost a year ago, maybe, but they have arrived now. I'm glad they are safe. They took their time on it, so at least we know our boards aren't gonna blow up. There are so many electric skateboards out there to choose from. It's actually very overwhelming, but I will say this, I have ridden many of them and the boosted board still is at the tippity top. People are very obsessed with making a quick buck in this market of, oh my gosh, everyone wants an electric skateboard. So there's a lot of boards out there with hub motors where the motor is in the wheel and it's not a belt-driven system like a boosted board. You're not gonna get the best acceleration with hub motors and it's going to be very difficult to stop, and the overall ride experience isn't as good. With the boosted board, you have a longboard type deck, so you're gonna get that flex when you're going over bumps. If you need an electric skateboard strictly for cruising purposes, maybe you live in California and you want just a chill board to use on the boardwalk, I would say the best hub motor electric skateboards right now are the Acton boards. Now this is the second biggest model they have, but I still any day, especially here in New York, would pick a booster board over that. But these are cheaper, and I know the booster board isn't the most practical in terms of price, but if you're using an electric skateboard as a means of transportation to get to point A to point B, you need something that's not gonna kill you, and the booster board really stands up to that task. And the last thing I mentioned about the version 2 booster board is you can now remove the batteries. You unscrew 6 screws, take it off, and replace it if you have a already charged battery, or you need to carry on the battery and just check your board. That is what I have done before. It's definitely not super easy like the inboard, but you can do it in 1 to 2 minutes. All of the boards I talked about today and some booster board accessories that I use, the links will be in the description below. Just as a little disclaimer, I am not being paid to make this video or have ever been paid by any electric skateboard companies to make videos, but as something that is kind of the center of almost my everyday living, it's a super fun and practical thing to make videos about. You guys know when I do sponsored content, #spawn. I'm very upfront. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button down below for new videos every single week. Become a part of the Peachy fam. Gotta get the subscribe button. Stay peachy. Okay, bye.